Welcome peeps to the Halls of Torment. This is a horde survival bullet hell roguelite game with a little bit of dark fantasy vibe. So think of it as Diablo and Vampire Survivor, where you get dropped in a world of never-ending incoming monsters. Just wave after wave of demons, monsters, and all sorts of dark fantasy beings. The goal of the game, to survive a whole 30 minutes and to kill the final boss at the end. In order to do so, you need to level up by killing these demons and picking up these little blue orbs. When you pick up enough, you level up and you get a choice between 4 different traits. As you can see, I got Metabolism 1, Long Fingers, Vitality, and Thick Hide. These are always randomly generated based on your build that you are currently going with. So not the best RNG for traits, but playing the game enough, you find out that there are some hierarchy better traits that you can get, aka attack speed and plus damage. You're probably thinking, oh, that seems pretty easy, but the game gets progressively harder, and these sort of mini bosses pop up from time to time at specific times throughout the 30 minutes. So the first one on the first level pops up at around 28 minutes. They do a bit more damage and they have a lot more health than the normal minions throughout the game. And if you're strong and careful enough, you will whittle down their health and eventually you will end up killing them. Each little mini boss will either drop an item or an ability. This one ends up dropping an ability, and as you can see, you get 3 choices of abilities. Same thing as traits. They are RNG and you can select which one you want. And same thing with traits, there's definitely a hierarchy of better ones. As you get further into the game, almost all of them are really, really good. And if you look at the top right of your screen, you will see each ability that you have currently and the cooldown bar that will tell you exactly when it's about to cast. So they cast automatically. And there are certain traits that will affect your abilities, which is good. It makes them stronger. So like attack speed will make them cast even more often. So you continue on trying to survive for the full 30 minutes. You keep running into mini bosses, harder and harder minions, and like I said before, each mini boss will either drop an item or an ability. We'll see with this boss, he drops an item. These items can be equipped, so you get an option between 3 different items. Again, RNG, you select one and you can equip it. This one, it gives me 20% plus attack speed, which is awesome. So something I want to point out about these abilities, this little mini boss right here is going to drop another ability. I'm going to get, again, an RNG of 3 separate skills. So I'm going to pause it right here. As you can see in the top right, I already have 2 of the 3 available abilities. Now, if I choose Arcane Unrest or Sacred Flame, it'll actually alter the abilities that I have already chosen, and it almost creates a brand new ability that you can use. And these will interact with the world and the minions in a unique way. And as you play more and more of this game, you will unlock new abilities and new upgrades to those abilities. So you go on and try and survive the longest you can, and hopefully you beat the final boss after the 30 minutes. But unfortunately, sometimes you end up dying, and all those traits, abilities, and gear that you obtained will disappear. Because every round starts with a fresh new character. But if we return to camp, as you can see, there's several different characters that you can choose from. And there's certain things that you can upgrade for your characters. So looking at the Shrine of Blessings over here to the left, you eventually unlock it if you play enough. You can upgrade area projectile, attack speed, block strength, damage, defense, duration, lightning damage, fire damage, gold gained, health regeneration, health capacity, movement speed, effect on hit chance, pickup range, attack range, and you can even purchase some revives. And with each playthrough, you get gold, which is how you purchase these skills and these upgrades to your characters. Now these are universal and they go across all your characters. So you don't have to do this with each individual character. So what else can you do to improve your chances to survive for the full 30 minutes and defeat the final boss? Well, there's an item stash. You can select items to place in these slots, and these items will go in with you when you enter the world. Now, how do you get these items? Well, each playthrough, you can select one item, put it in a well, and the well keeper will hold on to the item until you have enough gold to purchase that item, and then you have that item forever. So as you can see, with my well keeper, I still have several items that I can purchase from him. Each item is from a separate playthrough. Now up top here, you'll see register of halls right next to this door. So that's just all the halls that you can enter. Each one is a different map with its own mini bosses, final boss. Each one you need to survive 30 minutes. Now when you think of Diablo, you think of quests. Well, this game has them too. Each chapter has their own different quest line. There's different milestones, and each character has their own quests. Now each quest will give you gold, or a brand new trait, or a brand new ability, and each of these rewards have high impact on your gameplay. It'll make it easier to progress through the game. Now there's one last thing that you can do in camp. Potions guy. This is where you have the potions. So strong wine, it's pretty useful. I use this pretty often. It allows you to re-roll the complete selection of traits. So when you level up, you get a selection of 4 different traits. If you get butt cheeks of traits, you can use the strong wine and it'll re-roll all the traits. And there's also the Potion of Oblivion, which allows you to banish a trait and all of its follow-up traits. So let's say the long fingers, you want to banish that, which is the increase of your pickup range. If you banish it, you will never see that trait again for that playthrough. And so what that does is increase your odds of getting a trait that you actually want. So what does this look like in the end game? So with all your equipment and all the Shrine of Blessings, I'm going to show you my Warlock, which is probably my favorite character, and we're going to go over these 2 quests because, you know, I want to complete all the quests. And for gear, we're basically going a summoning build, so I have these gloves that give you plus 40% summon spawns, plus 40% summon duration, as well as 20% summon damage. Now these are my gloves. For my rings, I have 2 summoning rings. This one, every 5 seconds you summon an imp to fight by your side, and this one every 15 seconds I summon a skeleton to fight by my side. Both of these imps and skeletons can extend their life with certain traits. For my boots, I have electrostatic treads, so they charge up when I move, and when they're fully charged, they release an electric shock that basically damage and stuns all enemies within its range. For my chest piece, I have blood-soaked shirt, so killing an enemy has a 3% chance to give me 1 health point. This is massive. The mobs get so dense as you approach 0 that you just get an enormous amount of regen. For my amulet, the Jade Amulet, plus 50% to XP gain. This is massive and necessary if you want to complete the quests to reach level 100 for each character. It is essential. And finally, for my helmet, I have war horns. Every 5 seconds I perform a war cry, which weaken enemies in its range for 5 seconds, adding 3 stacks of fragile. So here's the Warlock early on. Level 4, I am just absolutely destroying these minions. Easy, so simple. There's a setting in this game that gives you auto lock, so auto targeting, as well as auto attack. So basically all you have to do is WASD if you want. But if you do enough damage and your your gear and your Shrine of Blessings is pretty high, you can just literally sit in this circle and go AFK and let all the experience drop on the ground, and then once in a while you can WASD around to level up and get stronger. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but each character has unique traits that they can get. So this Dedication 1 Bloodletting, 30% damage with main weapon, minus 10% health. Oh my god, massive. This is why I like the Warlock. He is probably my favorite character. So this is what it looks like kind of late game. We got 1 minute left in this game until the final boss appears. You can see I don't really have like the best abilities. I didn't really get the best drops. But we're just sitting here in this circle, enjoying life, watching minions just get absolutely massacred. And to feel this powerful is so awesome. It's so good. We're gonna jump ahead to 5 seconds left in this world, and as you can see, there's some drops, these little blue icons. It's actually magnets, and it will suck in all the experience that is currently on the map, on the ground at that moment. So as you can see, I picked one up, and I'm just streaking through the levels. We are leveling up so fast. I'm just trying to quickly click through all these traits, and I'm gonna leave it here, and I'm gonna just show you a boss battle. So this is the final boss for the second map. So that boss battle took me a couple minutes, so not too bad. You get used to the attacks that each mini boss and final boss have, and you can kind of easily throw them down. As you can see, I didn't get this other quest. I'm not going to let that stand. I want to complete these quests. It's not going to take me long. I've had like a little over 30 hours in this game. In order to get these level 100 quests for the characters, you're going to have to do that on map 3 at least and have the plus 50% experience. That's the only way that I was able to do it. I don't know if anyone has ever done it on the first map or the second map, but I have yet to do that. So overall, this game is a blast. I highly recommend it, and I didn't mention this in the beginning or at all in this video, but check this out. This is an early access game, and it's $5. The amount of depth, character progression, and absolute entertainment is at such a good value. I don't know how someone can just disregard this. This game deserves some rewards. I feel it's unparalleled with what it does. Honestly, I think I grinded this more than I did Diablo. And oh my god, for the price difference and the amount of grind that I put into this game is incredible. I might get a little bit of hate for that, but I think I grinded this more than I did Diablo 4. And I'm having a lot more fun with it. And I am super excited for what they do next. There's more maps coming, maybe more characters, maybe more progression of abilities, but we'll see what they do. But right now, this game receives and deserves bacon cheddar chicken wings. Oh my god, makes your mouth water, makes you excited. Woo! If you enjoyed watching this, make sure you like and subscribe. It goes such a long way. If you have any suggestions on the next game I should take a review at, take a look at, play a little bit, leave it down below. And with that, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.